Good evening, everyone. It's, I'll call to order the meeting, City Commission meeting of July 2nd. And due to the absence of the mayor for tonight's meeting, I ask that the commission appoint typically the senior member of the board, in this case it'd be Commissioner Delzer, as the presiding officer for tonight's meeting.
Do you need a motion?
Yes, if I could have a motion.
I would make a motion to appoint Scott Delzer as acting mayor for the purpose of the meeting of July 2nd.
Okay, I have a motion to appoint Commissioner Delzer as the presiding officer. Could I have a second?
Second.
Have a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. With that, I'll turn it over to you, Scott.
Okay, welcome, everybody. And I turn it back over to you to do the roll call, I guess.
Okay, Commissioner Delzer,
Here.
Commissioner Erickson, Commissioner Waldner,
Here.
Commissioner Abraham.
Here.
Mayor Hexum.
Okay. I would like to present the minutes from June 25th for approval.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of June 25th.
Second.
Second. First and a second, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Same sign. Opposed? Minutes are approved. I'd also, is there any changes or additions to the agenda as it's presented?
Make a motion, we approve the agenda for July 2nd.
Second.
Second. All in favor of approving the agenda?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Move on to appearances, acknowledgements, and correspondence. We have one item under that, a letter from the Department of Energy regarding drought adder portion of the rate structure. Jeff, could you?
Yes, Commissioner, I can talk about that. We received a letter last week from the Department of Energy, who is the agency that oversees the Western Area excuse me, Power Administration, from whom the city receives about half their electricity. And that's the Missouri River dam power, hydropower that we get. And the other half comes from Heartland Consumer Power District. And the rates, just a ballpark, from Western Area Power Administration or Department of Energy are about, right now, about 3.3 cents per kilowatt hour is what we pay them. And we buy about 60 million kilowatt hours a year from them. So, you know, a couple $1 million we spend with them. And what this letter is telling us is that currently half of that 3.3 cents that we pay them, half of that is due to what's called the drought adder. When they had the drought, experienced drought conditions for several years that ended a couple years ago, they had to go out and borrow $700 million. And they had to go on the outside market to buy power to supply their customers like us, because they didn't have any. And as you recall, last year that changed considerably. However, they were still they're still paying back this debt. So about half of this 3.3 cents is paying off that debt. And what this letter is telling us is that they don't expect that drought adder portion of the bill to change for next year. And as an FYI, this debt that they're paying through this drought adder is scheduled to be paid off, and I believe it's 2017 or 2018. So conceivably, one could say, well, then the rate should drop in half that year. We'll see if that happens or not. And so they do this each year. We will also be getting a letter on what the regular rate will be doing, expected to do next year, which I have heard will not be changing much, if any, either. The other point that they're making here is they're explaining what the snowpack is, because everyone is always interested, especially WAPA, in the snowpack in the Rocky Mountains up in northwest Montana. That's the beginning of the Missouri River. And Fort Peck is the first dam that they see that the the water comes through in Montana, and it was 97% in April. So and then as it moves down, they lost a little bit, but it was still close to 90% down around Sioux City. Is the forecast for how they're releasing water. And so it's fairly close to normal. And so we will be seeing or getting notification what their other half of the bill will be doing also later this year. So that's all this letter is explaining to us.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. Do I have a motion to acknowledge that
So moved.
letter?
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. We have no old business on the agenda this evening. Next, under new business, we have one item. The Madison Chamber of Commerce has a request regarding Crazy Days. If got Michelle Eust here, the interim director for the Chamber of Commerce. Go ahead and. We've got Donna Fawbush as well here.
We would like to just request for Crazy Days, which is July 27th and 28th coming up here. Request some of the roads we blocked off for the events that we have planned. Actually, I'm gonna give you each a schedule, so you kind of know what we have tentatively planned right now for that. There's the road races that take place every year on Saturday, and then on Friday, we're having the flea market in Youngstown and a water festival. So we request the blocks of 100 South Egan, 100 North Egan, and 200 North Egan to be blocked off. And I think in the years past, what they did was just put the roadblocks out in the corners, and then volunteers and myself can take care of actually setting them up and putting them back in the corners during those hours, so.
And the banks will, First Bank will still have their drive-through
Yes.
operational,
Yep,
just like in the
leave-
past,
yep,
so.
leave all that open.
Okay.
And Wells Fargo too. Right, Wells Fargo. I think
Yeah,
their
they
drive-through
cut it
open
across
too,
the
yeah.
front of the
Yep.
building.
Yep, so both of them will have their, okay?
Right.
So it'll be the same as before. And we checked with the police and fire, and they didn't have any issues with this.
Yep, they're
Oh.
good.
Any other questions? I think
It appears business as usual as
Usual,
far as
yeah.
this goes.
we do have a small, very minor change. We have a different format in paperwork, and I apologize, it wasn't shared with you. So if you could just get together with, well, Fred, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you got it in your office.
I think it's back with Roxy.
Okay, we just have a little bit of paperwork for you to fill out, and in the
Okay.
future, you can actually go through that process. We can still approve it tonight, conditional on the paperwork, but it's just, it's a pretty minor deal, nothing that you,
Fred,
It's actually a streamlining process that'll make it faster and easier for
you in
you.
the future.
Okay,
If you just come out to Public Works tomorrow morning,
okay.
get that form, all you just fill out your portion, we'll get it run around for you, and then we'll just.
Yeah, and I think we've kind of done all the legwork already, talking to the police and
Yeah.
fire, so
Sounds like you're-
there shouldn't be any issues with that, so. With that,
I'll make a motion to approve the street closings for Crazy Days
okay,
on July 27th and 8th.
and I will second.
second it. Got any further discussion on that? Hearing
Do you have
none.
any contacts with Ted regarding the garbage and?
I think the form will
Or do you
basically
take care of it?
We'll take- Yeah, we'll take.
Okay.
take all that. Okay. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye,
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Well, thank you.
good event.
Yeah, good luck. With that, the only other item on the agenda for this evening is the mayor's report for June, so that is available. If there's nothing else, I'll do I have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Meeting's adjourned.
Not bad.